Welcome to my channel. My name is Melanie. This video is about what is breathwork. And that is a mouthful because it can mean a million things, especially nowadays. There's so many different nuances within this breathwork. So I'm here to kind of give you an idea, mostly about how vast this world is becoming, and to help you essentially be able to discern what kind of breath work might be better for you, and also some guidance as to how to navigate this world as a beginner, as somebody who is new to breath work and curious about it. So within breathwork, there's like the classic breathwork when you think of pranayama, and a lot of people, especially if you practice yoga, this is something that you are probably familiar with. And then the breathwork that I'm talking about is the breathwork where the emphasis is more, I would say, on either healing or releasing, and this is where it gets ambiguous and where there's many different nuances and many different mindsets around it. And you have breath work that are, for example, trauma informed, which I'm a big fan of, where you're really working with the body and slowly incorporating the breath for the body to release what is stored in it. Is very conscious, very slow, very mindful. And then you have the other extreme of it, which is cathartic, where the facilitator will really like try to ramp up and lots of breathing and lots of like pulling out emotions, and it's very cathartic, like crying, maybe angry, like it's just the body is going through a lot of things. And this is the part, it's like you could see breath work on a poster, like come try my breath work class, and you have no idea which one it's going to be. So as a beginner, what I would suggest is talk to the facilitator and talk to the studio or wherever there is, so that you can figure out what kind of breath work, where on the scope from soft, slow, gentle is this facilitator and this experience to the other end. Personally, I teach breath work. I also have a background in psychology. I'm trauma informed. I'm finishing my certification to be polyvagal informed as well. I have many different like yoga teacher trainings, as well as I'm a certified brain coach. So I come from this realm of understanding the body, the trauma, and your physiology. And I would highly suggest as a beginner to always go starting soft and slow, because cathartic breathing, if you don't understand yourself, if you don't understand your mind, if you don't understand your physiology, will probably most likely cause more stress in the body. It will create a threat response, and although you might have a temporary big cry, the big cry is just only a band-aid. You cannot shift your system, you cannot retune your nervous system by just releasing a bunch of emotions. Like sometimes, granted, that is needed, but as a first timer, I would not go there. And if you do decide to go in this cathartic kind of sense, is really mindfully and consciously and knowing that that is what you're doing, not because you show up to a random class and the facilitator takes you there and you're like, oh my God, what happened? Because I see that often. I have students that tell me, I've gone too far. I was with this facilitator and then I was shook. My system was stressed for weeks after. And that is not helpful. That is not healing. Healing is slow, soft, and most importantly, you feel safe. So I would suggest you find a facilitator that, one, will educate you. Understanding your body is the number one way to begin the healing. You need to understand your body. You need to understand why you're doing these different breaths, why you're dipping your toe into the sensations, and how to take yourself out. Another thing, as a beginner, you should never be forced beyond your limitations, like really having that agency to choose, like, actually doing less is better. So if you feel yourself, if the facilitator pushes you too much, that is not good, especially as a beginner. So look for those that will help educate, that will create safety for you, and also help teach you about safety in the body and how using the breath can be and is not always a tool to heal. And you need to understand that before going in. Otherwise, you're just blindly going in and then hoping for the best. And that is not a good enough answer. You should really understand all of the elements to help you move towards that direction of healing rather than further away. And so this is why I'm super passionate about this. I want to make more videos. I teach breathwork every week. I also host teacher training. So if you're interested to learn more, please comment below, send me a message. I would love to help you understand. And what better way than if you let me know so that I can make videos based on your curiosity. So follow along and see you soon.